talk about how I got into photography. It started out with iPhone pictures of oceans and sunsets, but I slowly realized that I was more serious about photography and I enjoyed it a lot, so I decided to save up and buy a real camera. So this camera was the Canon Rebel SL1. I got off Amazon used, and it's proven to be one of the best purchases I've ever made. It comes with a standard lens attached. It's the Canon 18 to 55mm. It definitely had its flaws. It was less stable, had a less depth of field range, and more shakiness. However, it could zoom in and out, and it was a great starter lens. It also came with the camera, so it was really easy and accessible. Eventually, I saved up to buy a new lens. This was the Canon 50mm STM lens. It was a fixed lens, which meant it couldn't zoom in and out, but it had a much larger depth of field. The images were a lot crisper and the quality was really, really great for the price. So once I got a real camera, my photo game improved immensely, and I slowly shifted my work from nature and animals to forcing my sister to do photo shoots out back with me so I could practice, and eventually I began branching out and booking real photo shoots with people, while simultaneously I was teaching myself how to work aperture, shutter speed, and other technical features using the camera. I also started teaching myself photo editing, which I'll touch on next.
So I'm not really a photogenic person, and she got me up early at the crack of dawn. She'd wake me up at like 8 a.m. to take me somewhere, so I wasn't very happy at first. But eventually, when we started doing it together, it was something that she loved, and even though I didn't love it, it was her passion, and the pictures turned out great, so it was something that I would love to do with my sister, and it was really fun.
I wasn't sure if Morgan's interest in photography would continue because she's tried a lot of different things growing up. She tried many sports, many activities, so I wasn't sure if her interest in photography would continue. So I was so excited when I found out she just loved to take pictures of people and places and different sunsets and a variety of different things. People have asked her to take pictures, and she edits them and revises them. So I was excited when the activity stuck or when her interest continued as she took pictures and edited and revised them. It continues through college and after college. It's a great little side job, and she just has a great eye for that.
So I think photo editing makes a difference in the final picture, because I feel like once you have all the pictures, the editing is what can make the final picture so much better or so much worse depending on how you edit it.
So next, let's talk about editing, which in my opinion is an overlooked part of photography and personally my favorite part. As much as I love setting up the lighting and poses for people when actually taking the picture, post-production and editing is my favorite part. I love being able to take a picture that's really good and make it really great through editing. I taught myself how to use Lightroom, and I found a way of editing that I really liked and helped me find my style, as well as something the people I was taking pictures will like as well. It's important to recognize that editing is super important to help brighten the background, brighten the mood, and give an overall cohesivity to pictures, but it's also important to note that you don't want to take away from the beauty of what's in the pictures. It's just a great way to enhance it, which is why I love editing, because it can really bring out things and colors that you never recognized before.
I think a good photographer is someone who makes you comfortable while taking pictures and makes it a fun experience.
Photography has definitely changed my life in so many ways. I was able to create an Instagram where I could meet more people who enjoyed photography, and it also helped me grow the amount of people that I shoot with. Even though I am definitely by no means an expert and I have so much more room to grow, whether I do photography more seriously or not, I'm so grateful that I was able to create a little side hustle and, more importantly, a hobby that I will have for the rest of my life.
Taking pictures with Morgan is great. She really knows what she's doing and helps everyone pose, and she's really involved and just a great photographer.